What's going on, world? DS1 Ross, and we back here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. Shout out to everybody who support the platform. Much love, much love. Salute to everybody in the building right now. Salute to everybody that's in the building. If you are here, put a number one in the chat. Put a number one in the chat and let me know if y'all can hear me clearly. Put a number one in the chat and let me know if y'all can hear me clearly. Shout out to everybody that's here. If you're here and you can hear me clearly, after you put a number one in the chat, hit that like button and share today's show. Hit that like button and share today's show. Share today's show. Share it on your Facebooks, Twitter, community tabs, anywhere that you share content. Make sure you share today's show. We're going to get into it today. We are going to get into it today. But before we get into it, and before I give some shout outs, of course, I would like to welcome you guys back to Sheep Stay Sleep TV. And I'm your host, DS1 Ross, of course. And I appreciate all the love and the support. Let me get over here to the chat room and give some shout outs while you guys hit that like button and share today's show. Shout out to Fierce Soul in the building. Salute, salute, my brother. Shout out to Miss Garnetta Brown in the building. Shout out to Miss Angie. Hey, Miss Angie, good to see you. Always coming through and holding down the Chizak. Let me put the tip in. What's good? What's good? Astral Atmosphere. What's going on, Astral? Shout out to my man D's in the building. Shout out to the OG Mace. Shout out to Miss Letitia in the building. Good to see you, love. Appreciate your support. Shout out to my man Bert. What's good, Bert? Hey, Raven. Good to see you, Raven. Shout out to everybody on the check-in. Shout out to everybody in the chat room. Shout out to everybody that's listening. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure y'all share the show. Make sure y'all catch yesterday's show. Make sure you catch yesterday's show and the day before yesterday's. Parts 1 and part 2, because as y'all can see, we've been speaking on this new form of hip-hop that they're trying to create. Or I can't even say create, I'm going to say promote, because they've already created it. So make sure y'all catch parts 1 and part 2. Today, we're going to continue with this conversation, but as I always say, we are our own agency, Black people, especially us brothers. Today, we're going to speak on one of the effects of having agency. Because if y'all don't know, I will be reading the article about F in Mecca and what just happened with him. But one thing I want to speak on is, before we get into the article and before we get fully into today's show, I want to speak on the importance of agency. Agencies is what get things done for people on the ground level. A lot of times when Black men speak on agency, we speaking on agency from the perspective of losing. We really don't understand the power of agency. Shout out to Astral Atmosphere. Appreciate you, my brother. Appreciate the super chat. Shout out to Khalif in the building. What's up, Rainy May? What's going on? But, brothers, we have to understand that having agency is not a bad thing. I know a lot of us brothers, we grew up poor. We grew up in poverty. So when we hear the word agency, we thinking about welfare. We're thinking about food stamps, WIC, Section 8, things of that sort. But you got to understand that there's nothing wrong with having agency. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with being able to provide resources for your people. You see? And if we just focused on doing that for each other, understanding that we're our own agency, we won't have to go outside of us to deal with any other agencies. You see? So, brothers, we have to stop looking at agency in a negative way. Shout out to Bob in the building. Salute. We have to stop putting a negative connotation to agency, because agency is what black men need. We need black male agency. We need that. And we should be able to, or supposed to be able to, provide a level of agency for one another, because that is what all other groups do. All other groups provide agency for one another. That is what we're supposed to be doing. So if you're in New York City and you're getting programs and you're wondering why the Jewish woman could come up there and she can hurry up and get ran through the fast track and can hurry up and get her benefits and all of that, it's because those Jewish people have agency. They're the people over the welfare system in New York City. So, of course, they're going to get the most, of course, because they're going to look out for their people, as they should. The problem is black people are not focused on that. Black people don't take looking out for one another as serious as they should. Black people have the mentality of, well, if I had to struggle to get it, then you should too. But no other people think like that. There's resources readily available for the people who need. That is what welfare is. I hope y'all following me. Shout out to everybody in the chat room. That is what welfare is. Why aren't black people able to provide a level of welfare for one another? Because we don't care about each other. It's not because we don't have enough goddamn money. Black people are the #1 consumers of the world. We spend more money on bullshit than anybody. So don't tell me we don't have no money. We don't love each other enough to be there for one another enough. That's the problem. That's the problem. And that ties into today's show, because today we're going to speak on black male insensitivity. How everyone's insensitive to the black man. Everyone, including other black men. Let's not forget that. Everyone's insensitive to black men, including black men. Because if we were so sensitive about our situation, we'll understand that agency is something we need. You see? Unity. You see? See, everybody can represent us and treat us like shit when we represent ourselves like shit and treat ourselves like shit. All of this bickering and backbiting and all of this infighting and all of this bullshit going on with black men is about nothing. When it come down, it's not rooted in nothing. It's all bullshit. See, we can't be insensitive to our shit and then expect everyone else to care. We have to stop looking for other people to care to give us a reason to care. We have to care, and we have to show the world that we care about each other. See, because this is why they can represent in the media black male insensitivity. Because what do we show in the media? What do we give the media to show us, to show the world about who we are? We give them bodies, we give them drugs, we give them all the shit to represent us in an insensitive fashion. We're doing this. We've been doing it. Shout out to Miss Letitia. I appreciate you, love. Appreciate the super chat. What's up, Perfectly Imperfect? You see, we're providing them with the stories. How do y'all think DJ Academics was able to become the top blogger? Because all he reported was black men not caring about each other. That's all he showed. That's all he depicted to the world. Because see, that's how the world look at that. When the world see black men killing each other, they don't see the poverty in Chicago. They don't see the poverty and the homelessness in New York City. They don't see that. They don't see none of that. They just see black men killing each other. They don't see the factors that contribute to the violence and to the crime. They don't see none of that. None of that is depicted. What is depicted is us killing each other, us destroying ourselves, destroying our families, and destroying the environment. And this is why people feel that they can be insensitive to black men. They could show black men in a certain light. They could represent black men in a certain light. Because how black men are representing themselves. How every time we in front of a camera, how we choose to behave. And how we make excuses for it. You see? You see, everybody want black men. Everybody wants, well, we want people to be sensitive about what we go through, right, brothers? But we sit around on these airwaves every goddamn day and promote bullshit. See, we can't be promoting bullshit, but then want people to take us serious. We sit around every day and bicker and beef about dumb shit And then we want people to sit back and to consider what the hell we go through when we don't consider it ourselves. Because we sit around and talk about cars, clothes, and hoes all day. We don't talk about the shit that's really plaguing black men. And every time we try, here comes some mosey nigga coming to bring the conversation back to some chicks. You see? We need to show the world that we care. That's called appearance value. We don't show the world that we care. We don't. We show the world just how much we don't give a fuck, which then gives the world a reason to not give a fuck. You see? So you can't keep blaming people, brothers. As I always say, it is not our fault, but it's our problem. We could talk about the contributing factors. Yes, but who's going to fix it? Are we going to keep allowing these things to be problems for the next generations and generations of black people? Or are we going to attempt to solve the shit? And the way that we solve problems is we have to solve problems as a unit. And this article that I'm getting ready to get into shows the power of unity, shows the power of agency. Because what agency grants you a level of mobility. See, when black men begin to move as a unit, then we can really make moves in society. See, because they can always disenfranchise us as individuals. But once we get our shit together and come together and move correctly, according to the law, then certain shit they can't deny us from. There's certain shit they can't deny us of. And guess who found that out? All of the motherfuckers who came to America. Why do you think the people who come to America, all of the immigrants who come to America, what is their game? How do they come up? How do they capitalize? Unity. When the Africans came into New York and flooded New York, what did they do? They came in unified. The husbands went to work. They drove cabs. They drove for Uber. They went and they set up they stores and sold all they t-shirts and all of that shit while their wives was at home taking care of home. You see? Now these Africans own a bunch of goddamn stores. Same shit happened with the Spanish people. They did the same shit. The Hispanics, excuse me. The Hispanics. The Mexicans did the same shit. The Mexican man is on top right now because Mexican men made a goddamn decision as a group of men. Not because one Mexican decided to do some shit. No, the Mexican men came together and said, this is what we're going to do. The power of agency. Black man, you can't make no real moves in this goddamn world by your goddamn self. You can't move and make shit shake, nigga, by yourself. You just one nigga making some money. That's all. You ain't making no moves. You ain't doing nothing that's going to change something in society. Groups do that. Agencies do that. LGBTQ somebody? Agencies. Wake up, black man. Agencies is what makes shit move. Okay? You ain't gonna do shit with your little paycheck that you get from your trucking company. You ain't changing shit in the world for black men. Okay? You're not. Niggas gonna have to get together. That's when shit change. That's when laws change. That's when we get respect and get revered and honored in society. You see? So let's get to this article, man. Shout out to everybody in the building. Y'all hit the like button and share today's show. Hit the like button and share today's show. Shout out to Ken Nash in the building. Sage of the Lotus. What's up, Sage? Raven says, crazy thing about shout out to you, Raven. Raven says, crazy thing about a DS1 is that it's a very simple fix when placed in paper, on paper, but because of the selfishness and the lack of trust, our people won't get beyond their personal differences for betterment. Exactly, Raven. Exactly. It's a level of selfishness. It's a level of selfishness and greed. It's a level of selfishness and greed, man, that we can't get past our personal shit for the greater good. See, all the other groups done that. They've done that. That's why all other groups are more successful than black folk. Because they're going to get over the little family arguments. They're going to get past that shit. That shit is not going to determine how far we going to go with this. You see what I'm saying? And black people, we not there yet. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Okay, I'm back. Y'all. We back. Shout out to everybody. What's good, Seven Holiday? Good to see you. Good to see you. What's up, M. Mills? Good to see you. Shout out to you. M. Mills says, we don't look out for each other. Is every man for himself in the black community? Yep. That's why we losing. Because don't no other group of people operate like that. Don't no other group of people operate like that. What's good, Jax? What's good, Jax? Sage says, iPhone still doesn't allow you to change the shaking hands emoji to black hands. We allowed to do anything but come together in their agenda. Of course. Of course. Because they already understand what happens when we come together. Black people's conditions change when we come together. That's a historical fact. that agency and unity has always helped black folk. Unity is a human concept, first of all. So people who operate through humanity is for unity. People who are anti-humane, they operate through separation and division and confusion and chaos. So if black people just get back to understanding that, we'll understand a lot more about ourselves, man. So let's get to this article. Okay. Here's the article, guys. Let's get to it. It says Capitol Records pull plug on racist AI rapper. Racist AI rapper. Now, this AI rapper I've been speaking about for the past 2 days, his name is Effin Mecca. Now they're saying that he's a racist rapper. Racist rapper. So, as y'all can see, as I've always said, the agenda never changes. They're even promoting racism through AI. And this is what they were going to do with Effin Mecca. If somebody didn't catch it and people who were unified, an agency of black folk, didn't call this shit out. But you see why it's important that even us here in Black YouTube stick together on certain things. Because I'm pretty sure with the content creators who were speaking out about this shit, that also added to this pushback. See, black people, stop thinking that your voice don't matter. See, your voice may not matter to black folk, but other people listen to what you have to say. Other people care about what black folk got to say, especially black men. People want to hear the perspective of black men, even if other black people don't. People care about what we think, brothers. So stop sitting back being meek and being quiet about shit. Speak out about it. Speak out about it. Stop sitting back watching shit happen and then want to talk about it once it happened. No, speak out about it. Speak against it. Take a stand. Use your voice for something that matters instead of using your voice to beg people, instead of using your voice to tear down people. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Capitol Records pull plug on racist AI rapper after barely a week. This is by Huffington Post. A label has shut down its rapper made by artificial intelligence after an activist group, not an activist, not one guy, not one woman, an activist group. Okay? Not a rugged individual with a whole lot of money. A group. A record label has shut down its rapper made by artificial intelligence after an activist group and social media users, YouTubers, shout out to all the YouTubers who have been speaking on this, men and women, shout out to all of the podcasters who's been speaking out on this. We're a part of this. Pat yourself on the back, brothers and sisters. Salute. That's why we got SM7Bs. That's why we buy these Shure mics. Not to get up here and to talk bullshit to each other. I know I didn't spend $400 fucking on a mic to do that. Not me. I know I ain't had $400 to waste on no mic to talk shit to other niggas. No, sir. It was shut down because of an activist group and social media users called it out for its gross stereotypes, negative media portrayal, which is why we're content creators and we're in media, to speak against the negative media portrayal that they wage on black men and black women. The AI, effing Mecca, the AI or the VR, effing Mecca, got its support from virtual music label Factory New and its co-founder Anthony Martini. effing Mecca has a TikTok account with over 10 million followers depicting its human-voiced raps that base their tempo, chords, and lyrics on AI. Capitol Records later signed the AI to its label, and in the words of its executive vice president and experiential marketing and business, Ryan Rudin, deemed it a preview of what's to come and the intersection of music, technology, and gaming. The label also released a single by effing Mecca featuring rapper Gunna and professional esports player Clicks. The preview of what's to come, however, ended with Capitol Records pulling the Robots major label plug. Capitol Music Group, which has Capitol Records under its wing, announced it will cut ties with effing Mecca on Tuesday, the New York Times reported. The announcement came after social media users attacked the AI and its creators for its use of the N-word and its claims of brutality at the hands of the police. Y'all see what happens when we come together? Y'all see what happens? And I gotta shout out everyone, all of the supporters, everyone who got in the comment section, all of you guys in the chat room who support. Shout out to y'all, because y'all also helped this push. Y'all helped this push. It wasn't just us creating the content. It was y'all supporting it. It was y'all sharing it. It was y'all commenting on it. See, this is agency. This is an example of the power of agency. You want certain things to stop being promoted or presented to the world, or black men being misrepresented, we have to attack this as an agency, as a group. This is why we have to understand the importance of it. This is why I'm doing today's show. Not just because they cut ties with effing Mecca, but to show y'all the power of agency, man. And all of the things, and not all, but some of the things that we deal with we can actually fight back if we understood the first step to fighting back is to be unified. That is the first step. So it wasn't just the activist group, it was the social media users. It was you guys in the chat room. It was guys like me and a litany of other content creators who's been speaking out about it. So pat yourselves on the back. Pat yourselves on the back because you've got something done. Now you can see the power of agency. You can see it now. It's not a myth. It's not just a talking point. It's something that can actually happen in real time. We can actually get shit done. We can get a lot of shit off of us if we operate as a unit. That's what this is showing. So let's continue with the article. Shout out to everybody in the building. Hit the like button and share the show. Hit the like button and share the show. Capitol Music Group, which has Capitol Records under its wing, announced it will cut ties with effing Mecca on Tuesday, the New York Times reported. The announcement came after social media users attacked the AI and its creators for the use of the N-word and its claims of brutality at the hands of the police. This is what they were talking about. They were talking about this. This is what they had going on. Yeah. Yep. Basically making fun of or being insensitive of black men being abused at the hands of the police. And wasn't I just speaking on this, how they're going to take the lifestyle of the average black rapper and they're just going to transfer it over into these robots. I told y'all, they're gonna use the likeness because they own a lot of these black rappers' likeness. They can take it and then just transfer it into the robot. You see, this is why we had to see some shit like this. Because guess what? Police brutality is part of what? The black male experience. Every black rapper that grew up in the hood could tell you about a traumatic police story. So they had to add it to effing Mecca. You see? Y'all see? So this is what they were talking about when they were speaking on the insensitivity. And they kept having effing Mecca use the N-word. That was his favorite word to use. Favorite word to use. See, here's some of the examples of it on Twitter. Nothing shocks me anymore. The AI, look at this young lady here. She put the AI rapper, the AI rapper is the natural progression of the digital blackface I've been talking about for years. If he an AI rapper, why he saying nigga? Y'all done lost your mind. These are black women too, by the way, as y'all can see. These are black women. Throw some water in that AI rapper circuit board and call it a day. You see? That's just some of the pushback. That's just some of the pushback on Twitter. They're not going to show the YouTube stuff. You know, they're not going to show the YouTube pushback. The AI also got the attention of activist group Industry Blackout, which deemed FM Mecca careless and disrespectful. Activist group Industry Blackout. While we applaud innovation in tech that connects listeners to music and enhances the experience, we find fault in the lack of awareness and how offensive this caricature is. The group wrote in a statement to Capitol Records. The group wrote, not the individual. The group wrote this, not the high value man. Okay? The group, not the head nigga. The group. It is a direct insult to the black community and our culture. See, when you're doing shit as a rugged individual, you telling somebody that that's just your problem. But when you show up as a group, it becomes our problem. You see, y'all are disrespecting our community and our culture, not my community and my culture. No, our. This is our shit. It belongs to black people. You're misrepresenting black people. You're misrepresenting black men. Black men belongs to a group that encompasses other black men and black women. You see? You see the power in that? There's no power in rugged individualism. There's no power in that. Why do you think America is ran by what? Corporations. Corporations are a group. It's a group of individuals, not one, a group. The power of agency. It is a direct insult to the black community and our culture, an amalgamation of gross stereotypes. An amalgamation of gross stereotypes. Appropriative mannerisms that derive from black artists, complete with slurs infused lyrics. What did I just say? They're using the likeness of these black artists. What did I say? The activist group called it out. They saw the same shit I saw. They saw the same thing. The mannerisms comes from the black artists. You see? This is why you're being targeted. Because this is who they're going to replace you with. And once you get found guilty on those RICO charges, they can then take everything you own. And now they own it. And then they can do whatever they want with it. And they're going to use a lot of you rappers who are going to be sitting in prison for the next 30 years or for the rest of your life. Excuse me. They're going to be taking your likeness and putting it into these new VR rappers. Capitol Music Group apologized on Tuesday for its involvement in the project. We offer our deepest condolences to the Black community for our insensitivity in signing this project without asking enough questions about equity and the creative process behind it. Bullshit. Oh, we know that's bullshit. Because y'all was just bragging when I read the other two articles yesterday and the day before about how this is the cutting edge. This is the future. Now you're apologizing? You didn't do enough research? Stop lying. Stop telling your little white lies. Stop telling your little white lies. We thank those who have reached out to us with constructive feedback in the past couple of days. Your input was invaluable as we came to the decision to end our association with the project. Martini told the New York Times he thought the deal with Capitol Records would come to an end as blogs that have latched onto a clickbait headline and created this narrative. So now this guy is saying that they don't want to do business no more because of clickbait. So because of clickbait, they don't want to do business with us no more. You know, this stuff is not true. That's what they're basically trying to say. What they're trying to say, and that's the end of the article, by the way, but what they're trying to say is that's clickbait, and that Capitol Records should expect it to be a lot of clickbait or fake stories or propaganda behind an AI rapper. No, sorry, because sir, Mr. Martini, is this clickbait? Hey, Mr. Martini, if you're listening, is this clickbait? What you see on the screen, is that clickbait? Since you said Capitol Records latched onto a bullshit story, is this clickbait? Huh? That's clickbait. That's what you, is that clickbait? No, it's not. Stop the bullshit. Stop it. See, you thought you'd get away with it because you are so used to Black people not having what? Agency. Because with no agency comes what? No representation. You see? So y'all so used to the Black man not having no representation, not having nobody to speak up for them outside of Al Sharpton and them sellouts, that they thought that they were going to get away with it. You thought you were going to get away with it, right, Mr. Martini? Right, Ryan Rudin? Y'all thought y'all was going to get away with putting a rapper out and putting him in a video game getting beat by the police. Y'all thought y'all was going to get away with that. Y'all thought y'all was going to represent Black men like that. Until what? We showed the power of agency. And this is what we need to take from today's show. How when we do decide to operate as a unit, look what happens overnight. Overnight. This dude just got signed. This machine. And within a week, done. Soon as they tried, cut their water off. That's how we're supposed to be operating, Black men and Black women. That's how we're supposed to be operating. Oh, y'all want to play with our culture? Oh, y'all want to play with our likeness? Here we go. Let's play. Let's play. And look what happened. You see? Black male insensitivity. See, they thought it was just going to fly under the radar because everyone's just so insensitive about black men. Who cares about how we feel and what we think about? Even when we state what we care about and what we think about, it's still a problem with that. Well, nigga, just get over it. Well, everyone has problems. You know, nobody wants to hear your shit. That's how they do black men. It's a level of insensitivity. There's a lack of compassion. There's a lack of understanding. It's a level of insensitivity amongst us. Not just how other people see it, but how they see we treat each other. This is why they thought that they can get over and get past doing some shit like this. This is why. This is why they thought, oh, they're not even going to recognize it. Oh, it's just a game. It's just a game. You see? Because there's a level of insensitivity. Oh, it's just a game. It's not real. But you're not even thinking about how that will affect the next generations of black boys when they're growing up playing games and watching them getting beat by the police in the video game. You see what this stuff creates? And there's a group, an activist group, who spoke against it. Who spoke against it? We need more of this. We need more of this. No, it is not cool. No, we're not going for it. We're not going for it. And the activist group is called Industry Blackout. Industry Blackout, which is a great name. And as you can see, they are running around advocating for how we are being represented in the media. Because black people suffer from what? Black men suffer from what? Negative media portrayal. Negative media portrayal. So what this gaming rapper will be depicting to our sons is, hey son, get ready to get your ass beat by the cops when you get older. Just get prepared, because they're going to beat your ass. This is why we have to speak out against shit like this. This is why, and black men, we have to do this. Actively get on the ground and do it. If it starts from you creating a platform, do it. This is the real fight, not none of that other bullshit. That lofty shit they try to sell you on. This is the real fight. Because no matter how much we go out in the world and build, if we don't know how to properly protect it, it don't mean shit. It don't mean shit. It doesn't. Let me get over here to the chat room. Shout out to everybody in the building. Shout out to everybody, man. Me against the culture. What's going on? Shout out to Cyberboo. What's up, Just Jay? What's going on? Yeah, Industry Blackout, Jax. What's good, B Mays? Raven says, just imagine if we took our agency and hour by hour be on by the end of the year, things will visibly change. Of course. Man, shit will change overnight, Raven. We saw that in the past. When we understood the importance of agency and unity, shit changed overnight. Shit changed overnight, man. What's good, Khalif? Good to see you, bro. Khalif says, I think they even killing off rappers. He said, I think they even killing off rappers and stealing their consciousness for this as well. It's something called mind uploading, where they transfer a human's consciousness into a computer. Hey, bro. Hey, I agree with that, man. And when you think about it, bro, they don't even have to kill you off to do that. They can have you in jail. They could put you in jail. They could put you in jail, or they can do that while you in the hospital or some shit. They don't even have to kill you. But I do believe that's a part of it. As y'all know, since I've been speaking on this, that's what I've been saying. That's how they're transferring the likeness to these AI rappers. Mind uploading. I didn't even know that it was they had a particular name for it. What's good, Pastor? We are doing that right now on these platforms. Mind uploading, Pastor. We mind uploading. Hey, Vanessa. Good to see you. Y'all give who too much power? Y'all give who too much power? You said they have an AI to talk to dead family members. Wow. Wow. I didn't know that. That's crazy. The show I was telling you about, DS1, covers mind uploading massively. Okay. You talking about the show you was telling me about? A couple of people mentioned it to me too, Raven. Damn, it just was in my mind. Westworld or something like that, right? Yeah, Westworld. Yeah, I thought so. Oh, you don't even know. You don't even know who I'm talking about. Me against the culture. You just typing. Okay, no doubt. Shout out to you though. Shout out to Hills In. Appreciate you, family. Appreciate the super chat. Appreciate it. Yeah, Westworld. I thought that was the name of it. I remember when you told me about it, Raven. A few other people was telling me to watch it too. Might have to get into it. I wonder if they show some of the episodes on YouTube. Maybe I could binge watch it on YouTube or something. Or is it on Netflix or something? That show and movie is creepy. It is. You talking about the white man running the industry? The white man do run the industry. What are you talking about? The white man do run the industry. What so who run hip hop? Me against the culture. I bet you probably don't even know who run YouTube. If the white man don't run the industry, who run it? Who run the industry if the white man don't run the industry? Oh, HBO. Okay, I could watch it on HBO. Okay. Oh, you didn't say he didn't. Oh, okay. When you put laugh out loud after something, it sounds like you laughing at what was said, like if it wasn't true. But I gotta remember, y'all, y'all a little younger, so y'all type different. Y'all don't really type what y'all mean. Y'all just type to type shit. Y'all give him too much. What are you talking about? You not making no point. Me against the culture, because you just said he runs the industry. So who gave him too much power? You contradicting yourself. If he runs the industry, then who gave him too much power? He runs the industry. He has the power. No one gave it to him. He has it. He took it. The white man took everything he got. And nobody give him shit. He took it. Along with a few sellouts. Nobody gave him nothing. He's a taker. He's a taker. Nobody give him power. He took it. White men run YouTube and gave it as right. The same person, one of the main, one of the biggest guys in hip hop run YouTube. Leo Cohen. Look it up. Oh yeah, definitely. I agree with that. We definitely accepted the money. I said what along with a few sellouts. That's a fact. That's why I said he already demonstrated that power. Of course. Leo Cohen runs YouTube. He runs YouTube. If you know who Leo Cohen is in hip hop, then you'll understand the connection. Why would a guy who has ran hip hop for all these years step down and take over YouTube? If he doesn't understand where hip hop is going. And guess what? It's going without the black man. It's moving further and further away from niggas. You see? They only do what we let them. You can't say that. You can't say that once someone owns something. You have to let someone you have no say so when someone owns you. If someone owns you in a contract, like these people own these rappers, what do you mean? They own you. So you have to do what they tell you. No, we don't have to sign. We don't, but we do. That's true. Black people don't have to treat each other like shit, but we do. So your the points that you making is It's null and void. You're not making a point. Your points are null and void. What we should be talking about is why we do sign and why we shouldn't sign. That's what we should be talking about. That's more a constructive argument or a constructive discussion. Talking about what somebody should have done and all of that shit, that's irrelevant because people do what they do for their own reasons. So maybe we need to talk about that. Yeah, you don't get none of it because you late, Just Jay. You're late. That's why you don't get it. You're late to the conversation. Absolutely perfectly imperfect. That's a fact. That is a fact. And being that that continuously happens, they are using these things and they were depicting this shit happening to this AI rapper. And it's good that, shout out to Industry Blackout. I'm going to do a whole separate video. I'm going to look them up and look into Industry Blackout. Look at how we can support them because we need to be in cahoots with activist groups such as Industry Blackout and them, you know, getting this rapper pulled off that label. So our likeness is not, not being continued to look the way we do, man. Because all they doing is they transferring the same likeness that we had in reality, and they just gonna put it online and put it into this new world. And that shit is not cool. We need to be represented in a better light. But all that's gonna start with how we treat each other. Black men in particular. How we treat each other. Black men to black men. So if we not focused on that, then we not really fighting for shit. Black men, it's time to start fighting for ourselves. Because we deal with a constant threat of extinction every day. It's time for us to start fighting for us. So we don't fucking become extinct out here. All that other bullshit you've been fighting for don't mean nothing. And if you live past a certain time and you've been through enough shit, you understand that a lot of shit is bullshit. A lot of shit that you spent a lot of your time on and paid a lot of attention to was irrelevant. It's time to focus on what's real out here. And what's real out here is what we going through, black men. What's real out here is black male insensitivity. How it doesn't offend anyone to watch a black man get beat down by the cops. They've become so used to the shit that they'll even put it in a video game now. They'll even depict it in a video game. And if we're talking about protecting our children, we need to protect our image. We need to protect our children's image, our sons' images. because our sons are going to grow up and see the images of other black men. And that's how they're going to see themselves. You see? This is why, brothers, we got to straighten up on how we treat each other. Because these young boys watch how we treat each other. They listen to how we talk to one another. They've been doing that shit since they was little boys. They was ear hustling at the door. When we had the doors closed, smoking blunts, they was at the door listening to all the shit we was saying, listening to how we talk to each other and everything. And now they doing the same shit. And we was once them at the door listening to our fathers and our uncles. But now, when they at the door, they need to hear a different conversation. They need to hear a different conversation. They don't need to hear how many chicks you smashed and how much birds you flipping and who you might have to go kill tonight because this nigga owe you some money. No, they need to hear a different conversation, black man. How many goddamn little black baby boys are going to be listening at the door, listening to us load up guns? Huh? How many times we got to hear the drug stories? Huh? It's time for the conversations to change. It's time for us to stop nurturing our negative narratives. The conversation need to change behind those doors. This is why we need real brothers. That's about real shit. Not this goofy surface level temporary ass shit. Because guess what? I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to say it, nigga. Selling drugs is like working at a fucking temp agency. If you out here committing crime still in 2022, nigga, you work for a temp agency, my nigga. I don't care how much money you make. You work for a temp agency. What it means is that shit is not guaranteed. It ain't guaranteed you're going to come home, nigga. You can't even guarantee that you will come home from a legit job. It ain't even guaranteed you'll come home for being an honest man. Come on, fellas. If we really care about our kids and really care about the next generation, we got to start thinking about that and start moving toward that and moving in accordance to that. So shout out to everybody in the building. I appreciate y'all for tuning into today's show. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you share today's show. If you enjoyed the show, the Cash App is going across the screen. Cash App $SheepStaySleepTV is where you can go. I appreciate all the super chats. Everyone who has super chatted, I appreciate it. You enjoyed the show and you would like to donate, don't hesitate to donate. It's very much appreciated. Shout out to you, Miss Queena. Shout out to you. No doubt, I appreciate that, Raven. I appreciate all the love and the support. I appreciate everybody for coming through. Appreciate everybody for coming through. RL36, what's going on? RL36 says, been pulled over and arrested numerous times. Never has one cop violated me. Be a man of respect. Stop acting like a woman. Really? That's how I go? That's how I go, bro? That's how I go? So Philando Castile, he was acting like a woman when he was murdered by the police in front of his goddamn family in a car. So he was acting like a woman when the police pulled him over for no goddamn reason and killed him in front of his wife and kids. He was acting like a woman, right? Because you never got violated, the men who get violated are acting like women. Okay, bro. Okay, bro. Okay. No doubt. But shout out to y'all. I appreciate everybody for coming through. Much love. I appreciate all the support. Queenie says, I'll catch the replay later. I appreciate you, love. I appreciate all the love and the support from all of the visionaries. Much love. Much love. Much love. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure y'all share the show. Don't forget, get down in the comment section. Don't forget, get down in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think of today's show. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you're notified every time I drop some new content right here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. Shout out to all of the visionaries once again. And we will be back tomorrow. DS1 Ross, Sheep Stay Sleep TV. And remember, brothers, we are our own agency. We are our own agency. We'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.